Welcome to the podcast. I'm Agent Chris. This is my good friend,
Agent Max. Jeez.
And this is episode 6 of Two Guys with an Opinion. Today we're going to be talking about Facebook Live, Pokemon Go, Maxim's new favorite game, and he's trying to get everyone hooked onto it. Apple iOS Beta 10 is finally out for everybody out there, and a couple of small things. So let's get right into it. Facebook Live. If you don't know what Facebook Live is, there was a similar app that was called Periscope. It's a social media app that allowed people to stream themselves in real life, right?
The first app was called Meerkat. Meerkat blew up for like a couple of months, and then Twitter was like, "Oh, we have one too," and then they took out Periscope, and then people were watching Periscope like all around the world. Like there was one where someone was just watching a sign on a puddle, and it was millions of people just watching this, and then Facebook a couple months later did their whole Facebook live stream thing. And I think Facebook has a better audience.
Well, it's not a better audience, they just have more people.
It's more social. Yeah.
They have 1 billion people, so if you have 1 billion people, you can put out whatever you want to put out, and people are going to subscribe to it. Like, that was the problem with Periscope. You had to download another app to use it. And if you already have Facebook, and then the feature's already there, then you're bound to use it.
Yeah, Facebook Live, everything is like, I think that's their best thing, because it's built in, so it's not like separate applications. I mean, they do have separate applications, but what we're talking about now, Facebook Live, it is built in to Facebook itself, to the Facebook app. All you gotta do is go new post, and there's a little icon that says, "Do you want to go live?" And once you click that icon, it will basically put you through some cues, like get the camera ready, audio ready, and then you just start, going live on Facebook, and then people can watch you.
So we've seen some instances of people using Facebook Live. I guess the most recent and traumatizing one was the latest police shooting in the States there, where the lady recorded the death of her boyfriend on Facebook Live, and that absolutely went viral, and people watched live as that happened. Like, this is, I can't think of anything that stands out more than that incident, that actually, like, kind of, I mean, it's a terrible incident, but now everybody knows Facebook Live. I mean, if you didn't know it before, now everybody knows now. And I just think everyone is going to start, recording their day-to-day lives and things. I've seen like a local radio show host start using Facebook Live while he's doing his show, and I don't know. I think it's gonna get pretty big. I think
it's already big. I know that Facebook was having. There were some articles about how they're paying like celebrities to do things on their Facebook Live. So it's more like a promotion, but it wasn't really like proven that they have, because I mean, at the end of the day, like, celebrities will use it. Like, it's not,
well, once it becomes popular, everyone's gonna get on it. Like, all celebrities use Snapchat now. All celebrities, obviously, they love Instagram. So I mean, the next thing is just getting, if you have whatever, a couple million, if you're a celebrity, you have a couple million whatever Facebook followers, why wouldn't you like do some live thing of your day? Like, it takes Snapchat to a whole new level, because Snapchat is not live, it's just a recording and it's a sample. Like, you can actually Facebook Live, you just walk around streaming whatever you're doing, and in real time, and obviously you can, like, I think there's like an archive to save it, you can go back and watch it if you missed it.
They've also added in like it's more like a section of videos that you missed, like popular videos that were live streamed, and you can rewatch them, of course. So they have that section too.
Oh, you know what was a big one that happened recently too? when Kevin Durant went to the Warriors.
Oh, yeah.
And Stephen A. Smith went on there and went on his like diatribe on how much he hated it. He had 4 million people tune into that on Facebook Live. 4 million people. Like, he just did this impromptu. He was so mad. He just went on Facebook Live and started just going in on Kevin Durant, saying it was the weakest move ever by a superstar. And we went on and went on. I mean, he had 4 million people tune in just, just like that. There was no commercials, no advertising. Can you imagine, Can you imagine, 4 million people tune in to something that was completely impromptu? There was no advertising, nothing. Like, that's pretty awesome. Like, there's television shows that can't even get 1 million people to watch them.
Exactly.
So,
this is the future in most ways.
Yeah. So rest in peace, Periscope and everybody else. Facebook Live is.
People still use Periscope, but they're more lean to think about Facebook Live first versus before, where it was just we'll just use Periscope. Now it's like Facebook Live is better because it's Facebook,
and it's easier to gain an audience because you already have the network of friends and everybody like. You for Periscope you have to get people to join. With Facebook, everybody's pretty much already there.
Yep.
You just put it out.
Facebook Live is for Facebook, and Periscope is Twitter's. So there will always be competition in both sides of the.
But the best part about Facebook Live is you don't need another app.
That's true.
With Twitter and Periscope, you need to download Periscope.
Yeah, you do.
That's the biggest deal.
That's one of the best parts.
So. Let's go on to the biggest craze right now for you in your life right now.
This? We're gonna okay, all right.
So go on and let's just talk about this.
So Niantic, which is a Google company, basically partnered up with Game Freak. Game Freak is the Pokemon company. This game is not made by Nintendo, but Nintendo does have shares in Game Freak, so. It's not a Nintendo game. That's the first thing. So Niantic made this game called Pokemon Go with partnership with the Pokemon company, where they use the GPS real world live map, and you basically go out in the real world while you're walking in the street. It will get your coordinates and catch Pokemons.
So as you're looking
on the map,
there's a bird's eye view of the actual where you are
in
it'll
real
pinpoint
time.
Different locations on the map on the island, I guess, or wherever you are in the world, and it'll show you where to go.
Yes, it won't show you where to go, but it will show you to be like there could be a Pokemon here because you see the grass just jumping up on the map.
So you'll be walking around looking at your phone.
At your phone, yeah. So one of the things that they tell you, look where you're going, because sometimes you look at your phone way too much because you're walking to make sure that if a Pokemon appears, you don't miss it. There are cues like sound cues that you can.
Have you ever almost fell down?
Yeah. No. I've spoken to someone yesterday that they stopped in a crosswalk to catch a Pokemon. And 2 cars were just watching him do something. He was just there for a good 2 minutes trying to catch this because he wasn't paying attention. And then when he looked up and he looked left and right, it was like, oh snap! I gotta cross it. I gotta cross the road. So yeah. So there's instances like that.
Be careful playing Pokemon Go is the moral of the story.
Yeah. There was an article yesterday where this kid was in the forest. He's like, I'm gonna go catch some Pokemons, and he found a dead body in the river. It was just accidental, and he had to call 911 and everything. And it's I think that's cool and scary at the same time, because it was like no one would have found this unless a Pokemon trainer went out there and explored the world, So there's it's the phenomenon right now. One of the things is that you can't battle real people yet, but you can battle gyms. So wherever.
What's a gym?
So a gym has in this sense it's taken over by teams. You have 3 teams: blue, yellow, and red.
And when you join Pokemon Go, everyone has to pick a team?
Yes, you have to reach level 5 first, and then you can pick a team. Once you pick a team, you can battle gyms. Once you battle gyms, you can take over that spot. Anyone can battle you or battle that gym. You can lose it or gain it, or it's it's gonna get crazy when you can actually start to battle people. I think that's their next step. But right now they have to fix all the server issues, more the GPS issues, so the location base is a bit more accurate. That's one of their biggest issues. Yesterday's all the servers were just like RAM, like it was
Everybody's
down for like
getting on
hours.
First, yeah.
Everyone was mad. Twitter was going crazy. Like it's really cool to see this. And also, it's going to be interesting, like, what their next...
So, have they said how many... So, tell me... So, are there, like, Pokemon that you can only get here?
I'm not sure. Because just a while ago, we went walking, and I caught a hunter on the street. Like, in the daylight. So, and hunters, if you look at Pokemon as a game or as the story, hunters only appear at night and in haunted houses. But I caught him on the road during sunlight.
Does that mean that they need to get their information a little bit more accurate about the Pokemon?
I don't think it matters, because one of my questions was like, what happens if I go out during the night? Do I get like a different type of Pokemon, or different ones will appear? But it seems like it's just random. I don't think that's a bad thing. I just think that's something that it's just people are just curious. They just want it a little bit more accurate, but it doesn't really matter.
So how many Pokemon are we talking about here?
There's currently, you can get I want to say 250. I want to say that.
Okay, so it's possible to catch them all.
Yeah, it's all random, but I'm really hoping that they keep adding all the other crazy ones from like
you think
Black and White.
You think they're gonna add some like super rare Pokemon that you have to go
definitely.
to like some random spot in the world to get?
I think so. Yeah,
you
like
travel to the desert in the Middle East or something.
I think there's the location based Pokemons are like real. Like I caught like a Krabby close to the water. Like on my map, he was in the water, so that made sense. There's a Krabby there. He's a water type. That makes sense. So if I want like a Punyata, which is she's like a flame horse, I would probably have to go to like the forest, but we don't have a forest. So what would I find? Like it's one of those things where there's certain types of Pokemons that are like location based.
But no, I was saying like a specific place, like you have to go to this specific spot in this specific part of the world to get this super rare Pokemon.
I don't think so, but I wouldn't doubt it. One of the things that Pokemon Go does have is, of course, microtransactions. You don't need to buy them, but it's just.
Because here's a business idea: if you did that, then you like partner with an airline and then gave discounts to the people that were traveling to that area to find that Pokemon.
That's outside the box, very, very outside.
Anyways,
it makes sense.
I'm gonna edit that out because I don't want to give that. No.
But before we change topics here, real quick. One of the things about Pokemon Go is that you get eggs in the Pokemon games, and in the TV series. You got an egg too, and then like the egg would hatch, and then that's like a Pokemon. Mm-hmm. Here, you get eggs. Every egg has a kilometer that you have to walk. You have to walk a certain distance to hatch the egg.
So it's like an exercise app as well?
Yes. So, but you have to put this egg in an incubator, and that activates it and say this is the one that you want to hatch.
And then you have to walk.
You have to walk it. There's the highest egg or distance that I got is 10 kilometers.
You gotta walk 10 kilometers to hatch this
10
egg?
kilometers to hatch this
So are you going walking today?
Not today, but the more I walk, the closer I get to hatch this egg. So there is a certain fitness aspect to it, and obviously there's a danger aspect because you have to always keep looking at your phone.
Yeah, don't stand in the middle of the road.
One of the things that they're trying to fix with this is that there's a companion wearable that you'll be able to buy for $35. What this helps you is that you won't be able to look at your phone, so you can have it on your wrist. It's like a little piece of. It's like a small little watch. I don't know how it works.
Why wouldn't they just like make an app that integrates into like smartwatches?
Because they want a piece of the market. They want to be unique.
Yes, but I don't want to buy a whole nother wearable.
But it's $35. People will buy it just because. First of all, if you're working, you don't have to look at your phone. So if you're walking and there's a Pokemon there, I guess I would assume that
So
that
they
the watch
put
would
your
just
phone and just be like, BAM!
like the watch would just make it you possible so you can catch it, and then it's yours. Because I spent like half of my day yesterday not working because I was catching Pokemons. I was running up and down in my building, and I caught 3 Pokemons. And then I took a walk to the coffee shop. I caught another one there, and then I went across the street and I caught one there too. So, and then when I went to my car, there was one right there, and it appeared like inside my car, and I stopped and I caught it and I kept driving.
You're gonna get into an accident catching Pokemon.
I won't, but it's great. Just be careful, guys.
You're gonna be in traffic one day and open the window and be like...
Listen, if you're in traffic and there's a Pokemon there, I'm sure I would stop and be like, 1 second. Flick it, catch him. We can go now, guys. We can go. I caught the Pokemon, but all the memes out there are really great. Like, people are really going out there into the real world.
Well, check it out. It's in all the app stores. Download Pokemon Go if you want to try it out. If you have kids, I'm sure they'll love it. And if you are an old school Pokemon fan, I'm sure this is right up your alley. So, iOS 10 beta is out now. We've talked about all the features before. Improved the biggest improvements to home screen and messages. I mean, it's all kinds of new features and gestures that you can use. 3D touch is implemented everywhere in iOS 10. So if you want to check it out, we don't recommend it because it's still very glitchy because it's the beta.
Yep.
You'll run into all kinds of problems. But if you want to see it and play with it, go to beta.apple.com and register and download the beta onto your phone. If you do it, please back up your iPhone to your iTunes and archive it. Just in case something goes wrong, you have a backup and you don't lose everything. iPhone 7 had some new rumors out this week as well. They keep coming.
It's that time of year where 2 months before the announcement, everything just starts to leak.
And this leak confirmed
sort of
that there's no 3.5mm head jack.
So the headphone jack is gone.
It also confirmed, allegedly stated. Would that be the correct term? Allegedly said. I don't know. Confirmed that the antennas on the back would be less pronounced.
Yes,
they'd be a lot more. It'd look more blended into the actual this phone itself, and then there'd be a clear difference between this the Plus and the regular model, where the Plus would have dual camera lenses, and the regular model would have a single camera lens. So we don't know what this dual camera lens would be for. I mean, a lot of people think it'd be some sort of 3D recording or something of that nature.
I'm assuming that it would be. Well, I wonder if this is Apple's way of testing the waters with VR and the sort of the
dual camera would
the
be for
3D
VR?
space. Yeah, because because they sort of opened the space with their iPhone 6 this year with live photos. So when you take a photo, it takes like a 5-second video. Every time. So that's I just think they're slowly moving from that to 3D videos. So the dual camera will probably say now you'll be able to shoot a 360 video, right? Because you have 2 cameras. All you have to do is do like a panorama, and then the second camera might just help that. You're like, who knows? I'm just like shooting things here just
we'll see.
To what I think. But it makes sense because 360 video is the thing. And the only phone right now that could do it, and you still need an accessory, is the Samsung S7. You would need the little 360 camera for you to really do that whole
wraparound shot.
But if Apple can be like, you just need to buy this phone with the extra camera, this is your possibilities of making like one. I just love Apple's presentation of, now you can make memories with your family, blah, blah, blah. Like, they do it every year, they say, now look at this video and see what the people thought. And then you see, people, like, doing, like, their family stuff.
It's
and, like,
so true.
every time.
It's so true.
And then you're like, yeah, that could be me. And then you buy the phone, and then you try to do it, and then you realize that, you need money to do a whole bunch of things that they do there.
So true.
But it's there. It's for you.
Yeah.
So I just think they're testing the waters, and I think this is it. I think we're going to see 360 video.
Well, the iPhone 7 rumors are going to continue to come until September. September is when the big Apple announcement will come. And before we wrap up,
Wait, one thing. I was thinking that in the September event, they always like announce like their next like MacBook refreshment, right? Like they always do like their whole here's the new hardware, blah blah blah. With Sierra, that Siri is now integrated. Do you think that they're gonna put like a dedicated Siri button? That would make sense, right? Like,
you mean like on the keyboard?
Like on the keyboard. Like right now, if you
Well, I don't think so, because they were talking about they're having like an LED panel on the actual MacBook.
Yeah.
So there'd probably be a gesture that you would use on the little panel there to actually activate Siri. That's what I believe.
They could do it 3 ways. With that's one. 2 would be with the voice, like "Hey Siri."
Well, they'd probably do that
versus like function key, or I would say the dedicated button, like because I don't think not every new MacBook would have that new LED. They would just put like, the MacBook Pro has this, but the MacBook Air is now back to normal, or the MacBook,
What button would they replace?
I don't think they would replace. They would
the eject button. Well, no, because they turn into the power button.
They could either do like
an extra button,
or remove the spotlight feature and just make it the Siri button.
Maybe.
Because now, if you get the new Mac 10...
But there's not a spotlight button on the keyboard.
On the new ones there is.
There is? There's like a little...
It has like a little thing there, yeah.
Oh.
So, yeah. So I was just thinking that maybe they could... Maybe they might think about that.
So, before we wrap up, one cool announcement for the hardcore old school gaming fans that have Android phones, because apparently that Final Fantasy VII has dropped for Android users, and it's $15.99. It's a small price to pay for a bit of classic nostalgia. One of the greatest RPGs ever made. I think that's pretty much the consensus of that game. So go out there and cop the game and enjoy. And thank you for tuning in.
Yes. Do we have anything else?
No, I think I think we just wrap this up and.
Okay, I want to plug in something. Go plug. If you're a fan of Furby, remember Furby? Furby, the little weird little like troll looking thing. The Furby. Anyways,
I don't know what color was he.
They're all random. It looks like a little gremlin.
I remember the trolls that people used to collect in high school.
Like the gremlins that used to.
These were
Furby.
little cute trolls.
Furby. For you that know now, Furby now. There's a new Furby that it's more integrated with your life. So it can now basically what it does is that it can now watch things with you. So if you have a Furby and you're watching something, it will interact with you. Like it's more integrated with your life.
Max.
So
that sounds like people need friends.
People do need friends, but Furby, everyone had a Furby back in the days, even before it was just like a little...
But, I mean, you're literally buying something to keep you company.
But Furby always kept you company before. You just play with it, it was your friend, it used to sing, it used to just do random things.
Okay.
But now it's like, we're gonna really make it your friend. We're gonna really make it be with you. Like there's a point that they were talking about how...
sounds scary.
Hear me out.
Next thing you know, I'm in bed and Furby rolls over and is like, time to wake up.
You never know. Because nowadays, things are just becoming more integrated with, with your home, with your phone. So, check out the new Furby.
Okay with that one.
Check out the new Furby. It will blow your mind to what it
Are you going to have a Furby?
Now.
And real question.
I was thinking about it.
Is Furby going to come to the podcast?
I was thinking about it.
You're going to bring Furby to the show?
We could bring Furby just, as a prop and just have him there. And he just talk randomly. He'll listen to us and then, it'll interact with the host.
Next thing you know, people are going to be making their Furby's Instagram accounts and stuff now.
maybe there is one already. You
Awesome.
never know. Check out the Furby, guys. New Furbies.
Thanks for
taking
tuning
over
in.
the world.
I'm at _Agent Chris
On Instagram.
on Instagram.
I'm at Agent Max 345. I can't remember.
You don't remember your handle?
I have so many. Agent Max or Agent Max 345 on Instagram. Twitter is Agent Max _. And you can also find us on Two Guys with an Opinion
On YouTube.
on YouTube.
Just go to YouTube and type in Two Guys with an Opinion. Facebook page, Two Guys with an Opinion. Like it. And watch some of our old videos and comment.
Yes.
And thanks for tuning in. I'm Agent Chris.
I'm Agent Max. See you next time.